in the world does a bulimic alcoholic woman end up publishing a book about style and manners?
You guys, I'm here with Laura Martella.
Author Laura Martella is here.
Meet Gentleman Norman and Laura Martella.
And become a leading clean food expert, teaching people to change their lives through the food they eat. My answer?
Still. You see me fly, you know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly, the way I put my finger on it. See me fly, you got it.
It's the power of God's grace.
The wrong guy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Laura Martella Show, where we talk all things health, hope, and gratitude. How are you today? I really ask that because I really want you to take just a second, check in with yourself. How are you? Well, I want to tell you that we're like an hour late filming because Wayne has had technical difficulties. We have had dance parties to get the energy up, done some photos and just coffee and water, and here we are. We're ready. I hope you are too. So today we're going to talk a lot about routines and morning routines, a secret hack to the smoothest morning routine. And you know that I like to give you all a little science and a little Bible, and then just my tips that I practice. So I want to also thank you guys before we dive in. I got a lot of really great comments from last week's episode. And just to let you know, somebody said I was talking about breakfast foods and not to eat the sugary cereals. And a couple of people want to see actually the food. So to let you know, we are planning a kitchen/cooking segment. So hang on. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to show you some delicious, healthy, clean foods. And follow me on Instagram at laura.martella because I share what I'm eating and how I'm making it. All right? Okay, so a little thing that I read this week, and I may need my notes. It's very short. So, new research has come out, and it's only 66-day minimum protocol to create new habits to the point of, here's the word, automaticity. Automatic. So 66 days to rewire your brain to new habits. And, you know, I went to rehab several times, and that's why a 30-day rehab is hard to be successful in my experience and my opinion. So 66 days, and here's the thing. Our brains and our bodies were made to change. We were wired for that. And there's a thing known as ritual plasticity and neuroplasticity. So if you are trying to create these new healthy habits that I talk about, and you think that you can't change your habits, this is the science. You can. What's happening, and this was my story with my sobriety, with my eating clean in the beginning when I found out about my food allergies, and this was my story in the gym. I did not stay long enough with the discipline and the almost like forcing the habit for me to get into that state of the automaticity. So that's good news. So when we're going along on what we're talking about today, and then just in your own daily life with the new things you're trying, I think it would be a great idea. Mark this as day 1. And then you'll have something to look forward to at day 66 and see how it's going. All right. The other thing I really want to share with you, last week I talked a little bit about getting up early in the morning. I think I listed 4 or 5 simple habits that can really change your life. It is my belief that we can change our life one habit at a time. And eating clean and working out and praying in the morning and all the other things that we want to do, y'all, it's not all or nothing. And I always coach my clients with this. Baby steps are steps. However, the one thing, if there's anything that I want you to stick to and commit to, and I know it works for everyone when people do it, the number one thing is getting up early. We need time for self-care, to check in with God, to check in with ourselves. If you just roll out of bed and you hit the ground running, that just sounds like a terrible way to start the day. So I Googled, like I always do. You know, I'm newer to the Bible and I'm really connecting with it. I'm so grateful to know that what is in the Bible is the truth and is God's word. So 36 Bible verses talk about early in the morning. I'm just going to share a couple with you that I really connect with. So Psalm 119. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I wait for your words. To me, that is, I have this saying that's not original, but someone in my recovery meetings in Los Angeles used to say this: I've got to get to God before my head gets to me. And I think rising, it says rise before dawn and cry for help, and I wait for your words. That is my morning practice. Like I invite God into my day. I thank him for another day, for sobriety, for health, for my present set of circumstances. It starts with thankfulness and gratitude, and then I ask him for guidance. And then I try to just be still and quiet and listen. But you know, I'm human. Sometimes my head is just on. And so that's what's so beautiful about picking up the Bible. And also I read Jesus Calling every morning, and it really helps me connect. Here is another one. I think a lot of us have heard about the woman in Proverbs. Proverbs 31:15. She rises also while it is still night and gives food to her household and portions to her maidens. Okay, you busy moms, busy business women, busy grandmothers, we have got to sort out our routines, our bedtimes, and our awake times, and get up early. This is going to be the needle mover in your self-care when you get up. And I would start with 30 minutes early. And, you know, remember about the autoplasticity. It's going to only take you 66 days. You can do anything for 66 days, right? All right, so getting up early in the morning, I think I've made my point, and I want to talk about things to do in the morning. It is so important to have that quiet time. And during your quiet time, if you're sipping your coffee or your tea or your green juice or whatever it is that you have in the mornings, here's another little habit. Start thinking more about your food every day. Like, what are you going to eat? Where are you going to eat? And when are you going to eat? Now, I don't mean being rigid, but I say this a lot. You'll find some of my tips are repetitive, but hey, I'm an accountability coach, and repetition is how we learn. You got to think about your eating plan for the day and be committed, and that word intentional. So for me, you all know I have severe food allergies to many things, soy, and the big ones are artificial ingredients, preservatives, artificial coloring and sweeteners, and all the stuff in processed foods, all the stuff in fast foods. I'm allergic to canola oil, which is a big problem because a lot of restaurants use canola oil. And they'll say it's olive oil, but they use a blend. And I'm cool with that if that's what you need to do. For me, I have to avoid it or I'll get my migraines. So here's the thing for me and my food. I have to have a plan. Like, I've got to do some food prepping every few days so that I don't really have to cook every single day. And one thing you'll notice when you start eating the way I recommend, most everything is actually like fast food in your own kitchen. It's very simple. It's food prepping.
Years into my sobriety, I thought I was living a very healthy lifestyle, exercising and eating right, yet I was suffering from debilitating migraines and severe bloating. Thank God that I went to a functional medicine doctor who treats the whole body. It turns out I'm highly allergic to preservatives and other additives. I'm going to help you with the information overload today with what to eat, what not to eat. I can help you decipher food labels, all these marketing buzzwords that get you to buy the product. There are no quick fixes, no teas, powders, or shakes. It's hard work, but it's doable. What I am offering to you is a way to eat real food, whole food. This is not meal plans. This is not a restrictive calorie counting diet. I want you to eat. I want you to eat the right things. This is about non-toxic, elevated eating. Food is medicine.
Okay, we are talking about mornings, about getting up early in the morning so you get some time to yourself and connect with God, read your Bible, or if you're a fellow recovering person, read some of the literature. I'm a big journaler, and it's like a brain dump for me. But whatever works for you. So just be willing to try a few different things. When I first got sober, I couldn't pray because my head was so busy. So I started writing a Dear God letter every morning. And I actually have 23 years of Dear God letters in my journals and love to go back. And I always see how God's gotten me through every single thing. It's just, God has got us. So the morning practice, quiet time in the morning, and then I want you to start thinking about what you're going to eat. And I was talking about simple food prep. And the key, y'all, I know that this is a really tough sell, and I don't know if you believe me yet that all these processed foods, fast foods, they're not healthy. They cause inflammation, which is the root cause of so many diseases. And I know you think, okay, well, I'm 30. I'm not really worried about diseases right now. I get it. But they also make you actually overweight. They make you crave more. They make you have brain fog. They make you exhausted, and they can make you depressed. So trust me, it is better to learn how to eat clean as soon as possible. And my definition of clean, not to do it perfectly, but my definition of clean is no man-made chemicals, okay? And no man-made oils. So here's the thing about food prepping and the kitchen. I think it comes down to, even more than food prepping, a well-stocked kitchen. Now, remember what I told you about it only takes 66 days to rewire your brain, and it becomes easier, okay? So there's hope, but we have got to have our kitchens stocked like you're going to do some business in there. You've got 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day. And I work with my clients to create a shopping list. I know all the clean brands. And then you want to run it like a business, like take an inventory and, you know, we need this and we need this. And it becomes your basics or your staples. So that shopping, once you get in my routine, once you get in your routine that I help you with, I can help you with this so much because it's a lot in the beginning. But grocery shopping is actually quicker and easier because you're not going down every aisle. You're staying with your clean brands and you know what it is that you need. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Wayne? He loves my food. Everybody loves what I eat, and I never feel deprived. All right, so you want to in the morning have, know what are you eating? What are we eating? And if you've got to do some food prep or packing your lunch or packing your snacks, that's part of your morning routine, which is why you got to get up earlier. And then I recommend, and we just did it, a dance party. And I know it seems really silly. Y'all, it changes the energy. It changes the energy. You can't be in a bad mood. And I want you to kind of think about a song that just warms your heart. I'll tell you some of mine. And I'll tell you a little bit, I'll tell you specifics of my morning routine. And then you take what you like and you leave the rest, okay? So, you know I do lemon water first thing in the morning. So I drink my lemon water first thing before I brush my teeth, room temperature, flushes the toxins. Then I take my dog, I turn on my coffee that I got ready the night before. I take Norman out. And I go back outside and sit with my outdoor kitty cat for a little bit. And I connect with God and I look at the stars and I listen to the quiet, and I'm not rushing because I got up early. So then I get my second cup of coffee and get back in my bed. I light my candle. I love my morning ritual. And I want you to start romanticizing your life, romanticizing your self-care and your new routines. Like, I savor it. So I fluff up my bed when I get out of it. I don't make it, but when I come back in, it looks pretty. The candle is burning. I have all my books by my bed. I get Norman on the bed, and it's just a really nice experience. Then people want to know, when do I eat breakfast and what do I do? Listen, you guys, what works for me might not work for you. So everyone's body is different, and you have to slow down enough to become self-aware to know what works for you. So I know if I drink 2 cups of coffee on an empty stomach and don't put anything in my system, it is going to, I get bloated, and then I don't want to go to the gym. So after my coffee, I have a couple, maybe teaspoons of a very clean brand of peanut butter. And that just puts something in my stomach. And then while I'm getting ready for the gym and putting on my makeup, I have a cup of ginger tea. Not a bag of ginger tea, but I buy fresh ginger, and I'll show you all how to do it, but you can Google any of this, okay? You just peel the ginger, and it's in the produce department. Peel the ginger, chop it up, put it in a pan, and boil it. So ginger tea reduces inflammation, and it has a lot of other, it feels so good. It's good for digestion. It feels so good in my stomach. So you kind of know I do the lemon water. I do 2 cups of black coffee, a little bit of peanut butter, and some ginger tea, all before I leave the house to go to the gym.
Accountability. What is accountability? We hear that over and over. There are self-help books, there are shows, there's online programs. But at the end of the day, have they worked for you? I'm Laura Martella, and I am an accountability coach and a recovery coach. I've been through a lot in my life, as we all have. My journey is I'm 20 years sober, I'm in recovery from bulimia, and I learned a lot in these past 20 years. I understand all too well that feeling of overwhelm and not being able to get any traction, not being able to have one healthy day. I firmly believe if I can change, you can change, and I'm here to help. You don't need an addiction or a compulsive behavior to require a lifestyle change. I want to help you break the chains that you're living in, whether it's eating too much, drinking too much, whatever it is that you are doing that is self-destructive. I can help you break free. We're not talking about a quick fix. What I want to offer you is sustainable change. Let me assure you, you are worth it. If you're ready to take the first step, I look forward to our discovery call and changing your life together.
Okay, we're talking about specifically my morning routine, so you all can take what you like, see if it works for you. I really want to tell you guys, I feel so silly and self-centered talking about my little morning routine, but honestly, I think a lot of people need a morning routine and they don't even really know what that looks like. And don't get caught up in every single thing I do. See what feels good for you. Additionally, I got to say this. Every business person I have ever spoken to tells me that I need an online course. And I'm going to give it to you straight. An online course would not have worked for me. I created something that I desperately needed. And the difference with my method and my program is two things. None of the other diet and online get healthy things are talking about. Number one, I am teaching you how to be your own clean food expert and learn how to decipher misleading food labels. You don't need to be a nutritionist and you don't need to be a doctor to become your own clean food expert. I will teach you. Secondly, there's no daily support, accountability. I can tell you all of this stuff, but some people, and I hope it works for you, I'll give you the information. That's the purpose of this podcast. But some people like me who went to 6 rehabs, some of us are slow learners and some of us need hand holding. And my passion is encouraging you every day, giving you some tough love, being available for you to call and ask a question. It is hard to change how we eat. So no online courses for me. So I'm just letting you know what I do, okay? So you know the morning routine, all the stuff that I eat or drink before I go to the gym. The gym is my other tip for a morning routine. Again, remember where I come from. Bulimic, by the way, bulimia does not make you skinny. Once the calories are in your system, they're in. When I checked into the last rehab, I was a size 12. I'm like a 2 now. I don't know. I don't even know. 2 or a 4. And when I stopped binging and purging and eliminated alcohol, that's a lot of sugar. So now I lost my train of thought. Where was I going, Wayne? Let's think. The gym and how hard it is. Sorry, guys. How hard it is what happened there is sometimes I could just cry right now. Sometimes I can't believe what I do now because I was thinking about that person that checked in the last rehab. If I can change, you can change. I swear to you. Okay, let me get back. So the gym. I've been there where I felt too fat to work out, too tired to work out, just hated myself, despised myself, and I just couldn't get any traction. So if that is you today, I just want to offer you some hope and don't listen to your head and start thinking about 30 days from now, 60 days from now, like our little new statistic, 66 days from now, you'll feel a difference, okay? So today, in this life, the gym is my sanctuary. And since I got sober, I've always done some kind of exercise. I did Pilates for a long time, loved it. Then I discovered the bar method. I will tell you this, I'm 58 years old, and as we age, we need muscle. Not to be all bulky, but our muscles protect our bones. Our muscles actually renew cells in our body, and we need muscle. So I love that I now know what to do in the gym. It's intimidating. I get it. If you can afford to hire a trainer for a couple of sessions to give you a routine, I highly recommend it. But here's the other thing. People in the gym are nice. When you're the new person and you let your head get the best of you, you get intimidated, but people will help you. We are passionate about working out and love to help people. And guess what else? Jesus is in the gym. I talk to him every second.
Years into my sobriety, I thought I was living a very healthy lifestyle, exercising and eating right, yet I was suffering from debilitating migraines and severe bloating. Thank God that I went to a functional medicine doctor who treats the whole body. It turns out I'm highly allergic to preservatives and other additives. I'm going to help you with the information overload today with what to eat, what not to eat. I can help you decipher food labels, all these marketing buzzwords that get you to buy the product. There are no quick fixes, no teas, powders, or shakes. It's hard work, but it's doable. What I am offering to you is a way to eat real food, whole food. This is not meal plans. This is not a restrictive calorie counting diet. I want you to eat. I want you to eat the right things. This is about non-toxic, elevated eating. Food is medicine.
I was talking about Jesus in the gym, and I say that a lot because I remember about a year ago, I was going through something where, I was just praying constantly, and I do this one exercise. I can't show you because I got to stay by the mic, but trust me. So you put your hands up and you stand on one leg and then you kick the leg back. So it's core and balance. And I didn't put my hands up. You just kind of put them down. But I needed Jesus. And so I started doing this exercise with my hands up. And when I focus on Jesus on one leg, they're called, what are they called? One leg kickbacks or something. 10 on each leg. And when I focus on Jesus and I have my hands up like we do in church, I focus on him. And I then think about God made my body. Look at what God made and look what I can do with Jesus. And it just motivates me. And so I've started saying Jesus in the gym, and it just reminds me to keep on connecting with him. Mind you, while I'm working out, thinking about Jesus in the gym, you're going to laugh at this, but I cannot work out without my music, and I listen to Casey and the Sunshine Band radio on Pandora. And some of the songs I just can't listen to, but most of them, they just take me back to, decades ago, and they fire me up. And sometimes I switch out the words of the song to where I'm thinking of God, like it's God saying it to me or I'm saying it to God. I have fun in the gym and I have fun with God, and it's like a meditation. There's another really hard exercise I do where you jump up and hold these bars that some people do pull-ups at, which I can't do a pull-up. but I raise my knees and it's really hard. And every time before I jump up there to grab the bars, I'm like, Jesus, help me. I can do anything with you. And I do it. So y'all, we can be healthy, work out, have a dance party, celebrate Jesus wherever we are, and thank God wherever we are. It just gives me so much peace to stay connected throughout the day. So that is really my morning routine. Let me tell you what I eat when I get back from the gym. You've probably seen it on my Instagram. Don't be afraid of eating the same things, especially in this first 66 days that I'm talking about, because you don't want to have to think about it. You want to get in a routine. Almost every morning after the gym, I make my scrambled egg, my kale scramble. It's 3 eggs. I do eat the yolks. I don't do just egg whites. I do 3 eggs, kale, salt, pepper, a little red pepper flakes, blend it up, and then I put in the kale. There will be a cooking video for this at some point. And I just scramble it, or sometimes I do an omelet in olive oil cooking spray. On the olive oil cooking spray, you guys, I'll show you in a video, but just because it says olive oil cooking spray, you've got to read those ingredients too. So a 100% olive oil cooking spray is how I do my eggs. And then sometimes I have berries or watermelon. Those are my go-to fruits. Berries have very little sugar. I just love watermelon. It has more sugar. And then I try to have a good fat, and I do a mashed up avocado. And that's my morning routine. And then I've got an eating plan. I'm prayed up. I've worked out. And then I feel so good throughout the day. Here's the thing about that quiet time in the morning. Listen, I have had seasons in my life where, especially like my elderly parents, I would check my phone immediately. Those of you that have kids, you want to know everybody's okay. I get it. But what I have learned is when I take the time to have my quiet time first, then the things that I thought were so important that I need to do with this sense of urgency, after I have my prayer and meditation, sometimes my priorities of my tasks change. And I think that's because I'm centered. And again, that saying that I love, I've got to get to God before my head gets to me. All right, so the morning routine. So I have the biggest hack for a smooth morning routine. It's essential.
Accountability. What is accountability? We hear that over and over. There are self-help books, there are shows, there's online programs. But at the end of the day, have they worked for you? I'm Laura Martella, and I am an accountability coach and a recovery coach. I've been through a lot in my life, as we all have. My journey is I'm 20 years sober, I'm in recovery from bulimia, and I learned a lot in these past 20 years. I understand all too well that feeling of overwhelm and not being able to get any traction, not being able to have one healthy day. I firmly believe if I can change, you can change, and I'm here to help. You don't need an addiction or a compulsive behavior to require a lifestyle change. I want to help you break the chains that you're living in, whether it's eating too much, drinking too much, whatever it is that you are doing that is self-destructive. I can help you break free. We're not talking about a quick fix. What I want to offer you is sustainable change. Let me assure you, you are worth it. If you're ready to take the first step, I look forward to our discovery call and changing your life together.
Hey, y'all, the number one way to have a smooth morning routine. What do you think it is? It is an evening routine. Yes. All right. Here's the routine that works for me. And I really pray that I know, I live alone in a white house with gentleman Norman. I don't have kids, but I do think you can train your kids and you can train your partner. And when you feel better, you behave better. So these things are doable regardless of what other people you live with do, okay? You do you. But here's the thing. I want you, when you go to bed, your kitchen needs to be ready for you to just walk into the next morning and feel good and feel ready for the day. Have I convinced you yet that food is everything, that food is medicine? Everything we eat is either feeding disease or fighting it. And we do it 3 times a day, y'all. Okay? The most important thing we can do to change our health is eat healthy and eat clean. I swear to you, I hope this sinks in. So your kitchen, think about it. If food is the most important thing you do every day for your health, your kitchen is the most important room in your house for you and for your family. And I know, because I have talked to enough clients, you don't love your kitchens. And I'm not talking about, what kind of countertops and what kind of appliances, because I don't love my kitchen. My kitchen needs a redo big time. This house was built in the 90s, and thank God the cabinets are white. But, I need a new stove top. So I'm not talking about I am talking aesthetics, because they affect us. Our surroundings affect the way we feel. But you've got to love your kitchen, and you can love your kitchen by taking care of it. So what does that mean? No clutter. If I need to come personally and declutter your kitchen, I will. We're grown-ups. All your glasses need to match. Your cups need to match. I have a couple of junk drawers. We all need a junk drawer. But you want to think of your kitchen as like a hotel or a restaurant so it can function efficiently. So when you open the cabinets, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel calm. I talked about this on the radio show, but I talk about it a lot. You got to unload the dishwasher. This one busy mom that I was coaching, she felt overwhelmed because she hated to unload the dishwasher. So what happens? Your dishes just get stacked. I hate unloading the dishwasher, and it seems like it's going to take forever. It takes about 4 minutes. So that could be a win for you, okay? You got to keep the dishwasher unloaded so that you can put your dirty dishes in there. So that's the kitchen. I like to get my coffee ready the night before. I get my lemon water ready the night before. I give my dog his medications. And it seems like something that's a pain, but when you start thinking of these disciplines and these routines as this is how I love myself, this is how I love my family, this is how I take care of me. It is. I have reached that place of automaticity. I've been doing this for years. So the kitchen needs to be ready to go in the morning. And I want you to pick up stuff in your living room, have your bathroom counter neat and organized and ready for the day. If you can get your kids' things ready and organized for the next day, our kids are affected and our animals are affected by our energy. So if you can set up this disciplined evening routine, you're going to have a smoother morning. And don't forget the ripple effect that you changing can have on your family. If they resist in the beginning, okay, then you've just got to do what you can do for your routine. Does that make sense? What else can I tell you about routines? What else, Wayne? What do we want to know or tell? Morning routine, evening routine. I don't know if you have a skincare routine, Wayne. You do not? Skincare. Y'all, one of the best things about being sober is to get ready for bed at night. I used to just pass out with my makeup on and my clothes on. I relish that evening getting ready for bed and washing my face and moisturizing. And I love cute pajamas and getting ready for bed. Just like I said in the beginning, begin to romanticize your life. Light your candles, buy yourself some cute pajamas. Notice, like, this is my life. What a blessing. I hope this all helps you, and I can't wait to hear from you, hear some of your comments. My website is cleanfoodexpert.com. You can catch me on Instagram at laura.martella, Facebook, Laura Martella, and I don't know, Wayne put me on some other things. What am I on? TikTok. We should put my dance parties on TikTok. Wasn't it a dancing thing? I used to always do dancing parties, and then I felt kind of funny if creepy guys are doing stuff. Sorry. Anyway, I try to be age appropriate. I just am wishing you all a super happy and healthy day. Remember, you can change your life one habit at a time. God bless.